Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I'm speaking about the one topic that everyone else has spoken about today. Yes, guilty as charged. FFP is the topic of the day. It's all over the headlines, it's everywhere. Benson has already done a video on it. Football Therapy Jan has already done a video on it. I'm with Football Therapy over on the Stereo app, by the way, later on at 6 PM UK time, which isn't too far away, but if you can catch it, great. Join me and Jan for a little informal discussion. That's going to be fun. But he's already done a video on FFP. I thought, why not throw my 2 cents into that hat here and give you my opinion? Because, let's face it, there's nothing really else to talk about, and this is huge. Financial fair play is being scrapped. Now, before we get into the details and the nitty-gritty, I'm going to ask you guys, if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Much appreciated for everyone that has hopped onto Patreon, patreon.com/YTF. Thank you for your support. I hope more of you are going to join and hop on board. There's a new Younes React uploaded and live for you to see today, so make sure you pop onto there and have a look. Much appreciated. Thank you all so much for your support. Let's dive into today's nitty-gritty. So, financial fair play is being scrapped. I mean, everyone has either been very excited about this or gone into absolute meltdown. FFP being scrapped. What? Some of you are excited because you're thinking, oh my god, we can spend properly again. Fantastic. And some of you are worried because you're thinking, oh my god, Manchester City are going to take over football. This is terrible. Well, I'm here to try and compare. Contrast and compare here. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's take a look at the money and the finances. Let's take a look at what is going to go down. Firstly, we'll start off with the actual news and the headline, which came from Italian journalist Mr. Tancredi Palmieri. He said this: UEFA to blow final whistle over financial fair play. It will be announced a new system of financial control that will leave much more freedom of spending to clubs. Now, some have heard this and thought, well, you know, clubs are just going to get a flipping green flag to go and do what they want. You know, simple as that. There's no restriction. It will be replaced with something else. What is that something else? We don't know. But the way that it's been phrased and the way that we're hearing about this, I think it's safe to say that we are going to have less restriction on spending than we had when we did have financial fair play. Now, that didn't really impact us very much because we balance our books absolutely brilliantly. That impacted Manchester City to an extent because they broke the rules, they spent like crazy, they had a punishment, wasn't even that much, and they've just kept spending since then. They haven't really taken the punishment on board. They don't care. And now that FFP's flying out the window and there's going to be less restrictions on clubs and owners and, you know, just football clubs in general to go out and spend, a load of you are concerned. Are concerned at the fact that you're worried. You know, the Chelsea fans out there I'm talking to. Everyone else is worried because, you know, clubs like us are going to be spending money. I completely understand that. That's just the nature of the game now. Money has taken over football, not just Chelsea or Man City. It's everything. The entire sport has been flooded with dollar, pound, yen, euro, whatever you want to call it, yeah? So we can't change that, unfortunately. That is how it's going to be. There's going to have to be some big, massive revolution to try and get football away from money and money away from football. It's not going to happen. It's just unrealistic. It's not just football either. It's the world that we're living in right now. Money has gone center stage. So we can't change that. Let's be real. So the Chelsea fans out there, you Chelsea fans who are worried that Manchester City, they're going to come in and spend all their billions, yeah? Hey, oh ye of little faith. Oh ye of little faith. Do you not realise who you support? You are supporting this Chelsea Football Club, Mr. Roman Abramovich, the club that manages its finances so brilliantly. Even in FFP, we could spend what we wanted. Why? Because we managed our books. We have a loan army for a reason. You think we're stupid? No, it's there for a reason. We know how to generate income for ourselves. We know how to generate revenue, and we know how to circulate. We know how to get a good net profit or a good net spend at least. So let's take a look, for those of you that are worried, at Manchester City, what they're worth, what revenue they bring in, this, that and the other. Same for Chelsea, and then we'll take a look at Roman Abramovich and we'll take a look at Sheikh Mansour, because some of you are worried about Sheikh Mansour. You think he's just going to inject loads of billions and Manchester City are going to take over football. We won't let that happen. Why? Because we are the OGs when it comes to spending money, yeah? We were there first. We know how the game is played. We were there. We made the rules, yeah? We made the rules. Man City came in with their inheritances and just thought, let's just do what Chelsea do, but times 100. And it hasn't worked out for them because they got done by FFP and they had to have a punishment, even though they kind of got away with that. But in realistic hindsight, they should have achieved more than what they've achieved so far, including the Champions League, which they haven't won yet. Who's won it? Yours truly, Chelsea Football Club. Yes, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Let's dig in. Let's take a look at Manchester City first before we dive into anything else. Here is what the club is worth as a whole in terms of Manchester City as the brand, as Man City. If someone wanted to buy Man City, how much would it cost? And let's take a look at some of the finances. Manchester City are worth £2.1 billion. So equivalent of $2.7 billion. We're going to do this in pounds. Their revenue, £504 million. Operating income, £125 million. Are they in any debt? No. If we compare this to Chelsea are worth £2 billion, near enough on the dot. So it's a little bit less than Manchester City, but it's not far off at all. $2.576 billion, which is 0.1 of a billion off of what Manchester City have in terms of value. In terms of revenue, £443 million compared to Manchester City's 504. Again, not that much of a difference. Operating income, £94 million, which is a little bit less than Manchester City's £125 million, understandably. How much do we make on a match day? $412 million, more than Manchester City do with $290 million. How much do we make in broadcasting? $1.1 billion. How much do Man City make? The same. In terms of commercial, Manchester City have more in terms of that, $1 billion compared to $768 million for Chelsea. Now, these are values that were for the 2017-18 season. It's hard to try and get the latest values because, you know, that has to be publicized. It's all in the club's books. And then, you know, it's not just for the last season. It's taken for the season before. So there's a 2-year gap in relation to the data that we have access to. So I understand why we have data for 2017-18. So this is what we're working with. But as of right now, you think the way that Chelsea have been managing things correctly in terms of the signings we've made, the Hazard money, Morata money, this, that, and the other, and the way that we've been managing to hold our books very well balanced compared to Manchester City that were going through all sorts of mayhem with FFP. I think we've caught up a little bit. If we take a look at the owners now, because this is what people are worried about. Sheikh Mansour, Roman Abramovich, how much are they worth? Because people think that they're just going to inject money in. They're just going to inject billions into the club and just wait for something to happen. That is not how it works. Right now, Roman Abramovich is not injecting anything. He's waiting for Chelsea to be self-sufficient, which right now it is. It is, but he won't hesitate. If he has to, boom, 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 blank check, here you go. Inject what you want. He will happily do that. I'm sure Sheikh Mansour is of similar stature. Not just injecting loads of money into Manchester City, but if it's needed, here's a little bit. So, let's dive in to see how much both billionaires are worth. Starting with Sheikh Mansour. Sheikh Mansour has a net worth of near enough £23 billion. Yeah, £23 billion is his net worth. That's ridiculous. First and foremost, that is just unreal. Where did he get that money from? Inheritance. He got that from his mummy and daddy. Let's have it right. The royal family of Abu Dhabi. He just got it from them. He was born with it, you know? Was Roman Abramovich born with it? No. Roman made his money. Roman made his fortune. So he understands the ins and outs of business. He understands how to make money from money and how to really, with a real business mind, get things done correctly, which is exactly what he's done at Chelsea Football Club. We are functioning fantastically right now. Now, in terms of the Forbes real-time billionaire ranking, Sheikh Mansour isn't even on it. He's not on the Forbes list, which is questioning. And I only think that because maybe he doesn't actually have an asset or a business which created his wealth in the first place. He was born with it, which is why I think Forbes don't really pay attention to Sheikh Mansour. Roman Abramovich, on the other hand, 113th richest man on the planet according to Forbes, because he is on the Forbes list. Now, his net worth is $14.1 billion. When you convert, is around £10.2 billion. That's his net worth at the moment. Now, that went down as of last year, if I'm not mistaken, because he did lose a bit of money. There was something in the news about that. However, he is still loaded. And right now, when you look in terms of cash injection into a football club, it's not a billionaire that's going to take their entire fortune and inject it into the club. No, that's ridiculous. That's never going to happen. What is going to happen is a billionaire like Abramovich or Mansour will take a portion of that. Will take a 200 million or a 500 million or something along that region and go, here you go, inject that into the club. But they won't do more than that. Now, does Mansour have 500 million? Yes. Does Abramovich have 500 million? Yes. So when you look at this, it doesn't matter who has most or who has less. It just matters who has the financial capabilities to inject the required amount of money. Sheikh Mansour can, Roman Abramovich can. So, this is what I'm saying to you. The message of this video to Chelsea supporters is don't be worried, because whatever Mansour can do, Roman can do. And right now, in terms of how Chelsea are functioning as a club, as a project, as a financial entity, and going forward, our prospects that we're looking to bring to the club, like an Erling Haaland, for example, we have advantages in terms of our history, in terms of what we've won, in terms of our location. We've got London. They don't have that. They got Manchester. No disrespect to Manchester. As I've said, I like the North. But London, come on, you can't compete. You can't compete. So we do have our own advantages. At the end of the day, to attract the best players, it's going to come to which project sells the best. And right now, as good as Manchester City are, nothing taken away from them, we are in a very good position and we can compete with City. We can compete whether it's financially, on the pitch, in terms of a business structure, financial capabilities, net worth, balancing books, attracting players, whatever you want. We are the OGs of this game. We know how to play the game and we can get the job done just as well as Man City. So that's the message for this video to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking in terms of all of this and Roman and Sheikh Mansour and FFP. Is it bad for the sport? Well, we'll see what rule is going to be introduced to replace FFP, but it's looking like the rules are going to be relaxed and Chelsea are going to be able to spend a little bit more. Man City are going to be able to spend a little bit more. We'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to check out me and Jan on stereo later on today if you can catch it live. If not, you can catch the replay. So make sure you go over to there. Follow me and follow Jan on stereo. Thank you very much. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.